How are you tonight? Oops, there's my microphone. That might be better if I put it in front of me. Hi, everybody. How are you guys tonight? Looks like Linda is dealing with a flood in Kentucky, and Tamara tripped over a hose. I managed to keep myself warm and safe today. And Susan's here, Linda's here, Tamara's here. It's good to have all of you guys here. We were up watching the red carpet for the 50th of Saturday Night Live, which was a hoot. And Bob and I always get a kick out of that. We can remember exactly where we were, practically the very first Saturday Night Live that ever showed. And so it's going to, okay, be there. And it's fun to watch the 50th anniversary show. So we have it taping. And son carried the dog and my friend to the car. The front yard was a slop chute. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I've been in snowstorms, ice storms, terrible ice storms, driving with our motorhome one time, and only once in a flood that we had in Eastern Washington, which is very rare because Eastern Washington is a desert, and it's not the kind of desert that gets the flash floods. But this was a kind of a crazy thing that happened, and fair amount of flooding around where I used to teach out in Monroe. We frequently would get floods at times in the rivers, and the kids would get to school, and we would have to turn around and take them home because they had to get back home before the river rose to a certain height where you couldn't take the buses across. And it's crazy. So I'm sorry about the flooding. That's always a rough thing to deal with. Really rough. But we're here for story time. And the winner is, that's what story time is about tonight. I chose two books that are both Caldecott winners. And just to show you the difference, one's from 10 years ago and one is from this year, I believe it is. And just the difference that you get in the kind of art, because Caldecott is based on the illustrations of the book and how well the illustrations represent the story. So the illustrations are, the Caldecott medal is really given to the illustrator of the book. Although, hi Fatima, nice to have you here. So, but we do have a couple people who sent things in for show and tell tonight. So let's get crack-a-lackin' with that. And first up, we have Susan. So Susan sent this in, and it's a 12-inch round called Paradise and Pearls. She also included a close-up, which I have behind this. Let me just put this on over here so I can put it on the side. Oops, hey, move over here. I love these colors and just the little dots along the way, the little embellishment with dots, the fluid art, and then the little embellishment of the gold and the leaves. It's just Paradise and Pearls. It's so pretty. And then here's the close-up she has. Is that like quinacridone gold or whatever color they call that one? What colors are these? Susan, you have to tell us the colors, because I'm really bad with, I never pay attention to what the names of the colors are. I just kind of go. One of these days I might actually learn to pay attention to that. There, see the whole thing. And did you use, no, it's called Sumo is the gold. Oh, okay. Is the gold pearls and the gold line, are they paint or are they ink? It's very, very cool. Very cool. I love them. It's really really nice. Just it's just such movement and such an organic feel to it. Oh, it's fun. Fun, fun, fun. Paint pen. All right. Yay. My white paint pen that I've needed for a couple things dried up. And also my Dr. Martin's fadeless or no, that fadeless no, what is it? Bleed proof white completely dried up. Completely. I think I got too cold out in my studio for it. But anyway, but this is gorgeous, Susan. Absolutely gorgeous. And let's find, yeah. And the other piece that we have is from Tamara. And she sent in three pictures, two pieces of art and one photograph. The first is this is called Angler and Friends. It's the piece that she's working on for her sister's birthday card, and it's still a work in progress. So Tamara said in the note that she sent to me about it that she's not been feeling her best, and so her sister's birthday is coming up, and she's not going to quite have it done, but still is going to send it. You know what? If you were my sister and I got this, I'd be perfectly pleased, because it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It's just it's so well balanced, and it moves so well, and it just, your eye just travels all the way through it all the time, and you get to see so much. I just love it, Tamara. So nice. Yeah, I know, exactly. Susan has our sentiments exactly. I'd be thrilled to get that for a card, really. It's just stunning. And then the next one that she has is called Within the Calm I Find Wisdom, is a finished paper collage on card. That she loves this piece. I love this piece too. So pretty. Yeah, I've got the whole thing on there. Just trying to make sure I have the. Oh, it's just gorgeous. So, Tamara, do you make your paper, or is this paper that you've already painted on and then you tear and cut and do stuff with and collage on things? Or so do you paint it yes. It just, exactly. There aren't enough superlatives for the talent in this group. Exactly, Linda. Linda always managed to know what the right things to say, though. It is so elegant. See? So elegant. So, do you, like I said, do you make the paper? Do you paint pieces or have with the idea of using them for collage, or are these leftovers from other things? Or because it looks like almost like a sponge painting on something. Use scraps from paintings. Wow. My scraps don't look like that. No siree. Oh my goodness. That's so beautiful. Let's see. Okay, and then get that one. And she has another one. That is this one. And this is the photograph of another, took some photos of the silver-eye bird. It's 11 centimeters to 13 centimeters in size. Another tiny bird that visits us regularly. It is so pretty. The color of that head, oh my gosh. And I love how distinct the white is around the eye. Oh my gosh. I may have to paint this. Practice as a practice painting. Is that okay, Tamara? Say yes or no, Tamara, that I could use this as an inspiration for painting, doing a watercolor. Yeah. This paper was a kiss painting. Oh. Oh my gosh. Adorable bird, yeah. And then tucked in behind the plant, how it's tucked in there. It's so pretty. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you. I want to try see if I can do that. Diane Anton had a bird video that she did, and she had the head and the tail were that same kind of green, but she did some other things. But I love the way the eye looks on that bird, and I want to try that. Yes. Thank you. So, woohoo. Oh, it has purple legs. Hot diggity. That's cool. Let's see. There we go. So, purple legs. How fun. Okay, before we jump into tonight's stories, before I forget, Thursday I'm going to record a story and put it out as a premiere because my sisters are coming over on Thursday to paint slugs. Yes, Jennifer's slugs are done and dried, and Carolyn's bringing them out. Patty is supposedly coming over from Eastern Washington. Sarah's coming over. Carolyn's making soup coming out, and we're going to be the first time all of us in Studio G. Carolyn hasn't seen Studio G yet. And we're going to paint slugs all day. Undoubtedly, there will be some frivolity involved, perhaps some salted caramel Baileys, perhaps some wine, perhaps some, who knows what else we're going to be doing. But anyway, chances are that Thursday night, I might not be done painting slugs, or I might just be a slug and not up to storytelling. So I'm going to record a story and put it out as a premiere for you guys on Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday was the only day that that Carolyn could come out and that Sarah could make it, and Patty had stuff around. She has to really work when she can get away. So it was the way we were like, Keisha's here. Keisha! Hello, my friend. How are you? It is so good to have you here. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, so anyway, so like I said, you guys, Thursday night rather than my regular live, I'll do a premiere for you. So I'll record a story and put it out there for you. Just to make sure you get your story time and have it there, because, the Walker girls will be together and we're going to be painting slugs all day long, and it ought to be hilariously or horrific, or hilariously horrific. Or horrifically hilarious, who knows, but it will be fun no matter what. And Studio G will survive everything in there. And so I'm looking forward to that. But I wanted to make sure you guys knew that on Thursday there'll be a premiere instead of a live. Okie doke. All right. So, like I said, hey, Keisha, it's so glad to have you here. Thank you so much for dropping in. More slugs in Slug Mania. Yes. The great slug hunt is coming up. And, here in the Pacific Northwest, they're pretty easy to find. We've had a week of things, of weather, since Thursday. Thursday night, it had snowed. And then on Friday, it was freaking cold here on Friday. I went out, it was like 24 degrees. Brr, it was cold. But the snow's all melted, it's gone. And now it's just wet. We had a little bit of dry today. Bob went out and mowed the lawn, and then kind of at least where you could get to where it wasn't too soggy, and around Studio G, so my sisters didn't have to slog through the deep lawn. And then, but then it's supposed to rain for the rest of the week. Who knows? Whatever. Anyway, that's it. So what else? Other update. My I haven't done my watercolor for today yet because Bob and I were watching the Great Pottery Throwdown. It's Sunday. We just kind of chill on Sunday, and we just kind of vegged out on that. So I'm going to do that after this, and then but I've been putting those out every day, and that's been kind of fun. It's been a lot of fun to do those watercolor things. They're not. I mean, they're not great, but they're good practice. They're the other day when I'd hurt my arm so bad on Thursday and I couldn't figure out, it was so tight because it was like terrible because I couldn't hardly move my hand, but then my arms loosened up. I'm back to normal. Who knows? So I'll do that after this, and so I don't have anything to share tonight. Yeah, just been kind of just crazy, just doing other stuff, editing videos and things like that. But tonight's stories are about the art. Um, the Caldecott medal is considered probably one of the pinnacles that a children's book illustrator can receive. It is one of those things, and it's interesting because it's a committee of adults from all over different fields and in education and in literature and whatnot who select and vote on it. And I think I've told you before, there's very few books that have ever been unanimous on that. It'll come to me the book that was the unanimous one that I can't remember now. Anyway, I've read it before, but it's always interesting because it's not very. I mean, the illustrations are beautiful and the artwork is always beautiful in it, but it's always kind of funny because they're not always the most popular books with kids. And tonight I'm going to share two books that are Caldecott winners. One of them is, I believe, from this year, and it is detailed and expressive and all the kind of things, and an artist and adults are going to appreciate the depth of this one. The second one is from 10 years ago, and the art in it is one of those that the kids love because it's so simple, direct, and it's so much fun. So anyway, the first book I'm going to share with you guys tonight, I'm going to tell you first a little bit about the author, or what the author says about, or the illustrator says about the artwork. And so here we go to this, and let me put myself back up here where I'm supposed to be. Get up here. Where is it? Oh, here. Hang on. Oh, not there. Not there. Oops. Hang on, you guys. You're going to just apologize for that for just a second. Let me get myself back here. And there you can see it right. Okay, so here's the artist note. So the artist is, she says, throughout the book, my illustrations are infused with Cherokee iconography and traditional motifs and symbols. Some Cherokees might recognize the tribal elements I've woven into the pictures. A river cane basket with a classic Cherokee woven pattern can be found, as well as the iconic portrait of Sequoia, the man responsible for creating the Cherokee syllabary, the writing system. Sissy's dress is decorated with ribbons inspired by Cherokee ribbon skirts. Some of the walls in the story are made of motifs found on historical stamped ceramics, and a classic floral beaded pattern, typically sewn on moccasin, is sprinkled throughout the story. The birds seen in Grandma's mural are inspired by the double bird heron patterns incised on vessels found in Moundville, a sacred archaeological site of the Cherokees. The abstract butterfly motif alongside the family's hug represents transformation, and the broken arrow symbolizes the peace that the family is making. And so the author says, author's note is, tribes originally based in the southeastern United States have many similarities. Cherokees and other southeastern tribes such as the Muskogee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Seminole, Delaware, and adapted to similar climate and geographic conditions prior to being forcibly, unwillingly, and illegally removed to Indian Territory in what we now call Oklahoma. This has been described as the Trail of Tears. Throughout this story, the people around Chooch are doing things related to their culture. Native people exist in contemporary life, practicing our culture and remembering our history. We are not trapped in the past. So I'll bring you back to this so it says when Chooch tries to help paint a mural, I thought of a large murals of Cherokee artist Cecil Dick that graced the Tahlequah Hospital, or the large paintings of Creek Cherokee artist Joan Hill, who oftentimes focused on women as her subjects. It always fascinates me, the cultural diversity within artwork and what we can learn about so much. And so I know you guys are going to like this. I'm going to go back to one scene back because I need to switch this book back to where I need it to be at the beginning. Take you back to the beginning of the book. And the book is called Chooch Helped, and it's by Andrea L. Rogers, and it's illustrated by Rebecca Lee Coons. First off, I'm going to check what everything else is saying. Keisha's checking in. Tamara's checking in. Yes, Tamara's right. It is good practice to journal. You learn along the way. You can look back and see how far you've gone. My art journal is still one of those. Hey, Larry's here. Yay. Green Rumor is here. Keisha, Green Rumor is Larry and Angie. So, our local watercolorist. Yes. Oh, your sister-in-law is Cherokee. Bob's uncle, Leo, I think I've told you this, was half Choctaw and half Cajun. Man, what a combination. He was one of the most colorful characters, a friend's person I've ever known. So, this book is called Chooch Helped, and it's by Andrea L. Rogers and illustrated by Rebecca Lee Coons. And like I said, and I read about what the illustrator has done, there's so much symbolism within this illustration. I'll kind of try to turn the pages a little slowly so you can see them. And another one, here goes the pronunciation, see if I can get it. Chooch Helped. This is the baby. We call him Chooch. The word for boy or son in Cherokee is achuja. The word for girl is agaihuja. Chooch isn't really a baby anymore. We just celebrated his second birthday. Still, whenever Chooch makes a mess, everyone says, he's just oozdy. Let him help. It seems to me oozdy Chooch gets away with everything. Elise painted a mural. Chooch helped. Idora tuned up bicycles. Chooch helped. E.G. sewed pucker toe moccasins. Chooch helped. Iduru played guitar. Chooch helped. Iduji made grape dumplings. Chooch helped. Ojinali gigged crawdads. Or jigged crawdads. Chooch helped. Eloji planted a garden. Chooch helped. I tried to make a clay pot. Chooch helped. Hleesdy, I shouted. Chooch cried. My parents yelled, shouting is no help. I cried. I went to my room. Chooch helped. My parents called us into the dining room. We're sorry we yelled. They hugged me. We want to show you something. You know, Mom said, when you were Uzdi, you also used to help. Chooch learns by watching. You're one of his most important teachers. I am? I wondered. Chooch, I said, want to learn how to make a pot? And I gave Chooch a ball of clay. He rolled and poked, mushed and pushed, and finally he had a pot. He wanted to put it in the window to dry. I helped. And that's Chooch helped. And as I was saying, it says, the author's note was saying, she says, when Chooch tries to help service the bikes, I thought of Cherokee Nation's Remember the Removal bike ride. Since 1984, Cherokee Nation has sponsored a bike ride that traces portions of the Trail of Tears, and together Cherokee youth train for the ride, study the history of removal and of their own ancestors, and then ride as a team along stretches of the Trail of Tears. Pucker toe moccasins are a pattern specific to the southeastern tribes. A sad byproduct of removal is that the Cherokees lost some of the beadwork patterns that made an item specific to the Cherokee tribe. It is only through the research of beadwork artists like Martha Berry that designs are being found and identified today. Now, this is one of those books that if you look at it and read it with kids, they might not appreciate the illustrations as much as an adult would, because the depth of the illustrations and the symbolism in the whole book and throughout the whole illustrations on every page, the background part, the classic Cherokee pattern woven and been found in all kinds of different things are not so much, but still the kids would really identify with the story of the little sibling that gets away with everything. You know, we do. It's just one of those things. Anyway, the illustrator is, she is, grew up in Oklahoma and is a multimedia artist and the owner of Tree of Life Studios, a citizen of the Cherokee Nation and of European descent. She earned a BFA in painting from the College of Santa Fe in 1998 and now lives in the foothills of Santa Fe County with her husband and 3 daughters. So that's about Rebecca Lee Coons, who was the illustrator of that book. And that's the book that is a Caldecott winner, I believe, this year. So that was the first one I wanted to read. And the next one is one that won a Caldecott Honor book, which is like second place, and also won an E.B. White Read Aloud Award, which is the Terrific Book Award. This is by a couple of our favorites. Let's see, Where is My Hat? Or This Is Not My Hat. And those that we've read. This is another book by Mac Barnett and illustrated by John Klassen. John Klassen's work is the kind that kids love. And they don't always get the whole joke of the story, but they get it they don't have to be very old to start to get it, and we just love it. And the kids in this one, I know that if I can remember reading this because it came out in 2015, and the kids yelling, going, "Just go that way!" You'll see what I mean when you see in this book, and it is called Sam and Dave Dig a Hole. Mm. Yeah, the visuals are beautiful in that last book. But this is the one, like I said, the Caldecott, it's always so interesting who it goes to. Alan Say, that was the book. My grandfather's story, that was the one I couldn't remember. Grandfather's Story is the book that was a unanimous Caldecott board decision. And that's the one that Alan Say spent a year and a half doing all the paintings for the book. And it only took him a day and a half to write the story afterwards because he'd spent all that time. I remember that I went to a lecture that he did. It's very fun. Sam and Dave Dig a Hole by Mac Barnett, illustrated by John Klassen. And the simplicity of this artwork is just so much fun. And the kids, I think that's one of the things that kids always like about it, because they always think, I could do that. On Monday, Sam and Dave dug a hole. When should we stop digging? Asked Sam. We are on a mission, said Dave. We won't stop digging until we find something spectacular. The hole got so deep that their heads were underground, but they still had not found anything spectacular. We need to keep digging, said Dave. So they kept digging. They took a break. Dave drank chocolate milk out of a canteen. Sam ate animal cookies he had wrapped in their grandfather's kerchief. Maybe, said Dave, the problem is that we are digging straight down. Yes, said Sam, that could be a problem. I think we should dig in another direction, said Dave. Yes, said Sam, that's a good idea. I've a new idea. Let's split up. Really? Said Sam. Just for a little while, said Dave. It will help our chances. So Dave went one way, and Sam went another. But they did not find anything spectacular. Maybe we should go back to digging straight down, said Dave. Yes, said Sam, that is a good idea. Sam and Dave ran out of chocolate milk, but they kept digging. They shared the last animal cookie, but they kept digging. Oh no, there's a bone right down there. After a while, Sam sat down. Dave, he said, I am tired. I cannot dig anymore. I'm tired too, said Dave. We should take a rest. Sam and Dave fell asleep. Then Sam and Dave were falling. Sam and Dave fell down, 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 until they landed in the soft dirt. Well, said Sam. Well, said Dave. That was pretty spectacular. And they went inside for chocolate milk and animal cookies. And the dog has the bone. Okay, hold it. See on the bird on the top, is the bird turned in the book? Hang on. Go back to the beginning. Does it show the house at the beginning? Nope, it doesn't show the house. Oh, right. I was just wondering if the bird had turned around. Yes, that's one of those kind of books that they would absolutely love. Yeah. I don't know what hit them. They're pooped. Grandmam. Yep. Uh-oh. There goes my mouse again. Oh well. This is good thing we're at this point, and I can't. Oh well. You're just gonna see two of me. Anyway. My mouse just quit on me. So fortunately, I have my Stream Deck, and it will let me do what I need to do. So, yep, I can't get rid of that. Fuddle-bud. It's just been... I think I need a new mouse. Oh, well. That's okay. Stream Deck to the rescue. So, you guys, that's it for story time tonight. I'm going to go... I got to finish my watercolor doodle for today, Fern Fronds. It's painting fiddleheads, and she does it a real simplified way. And I have to do it the simple way. I just do it the simple way because it's just supposed to be simple. Gretchen, follow directions. Anyway, that's what I'm going to try to do. And then we're going to finish watching the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary. And I cannot see what everybody's saying in the chat because my mouse hopefully is going to behave again. If it'll come. Oh, there, it came back. Yay. Now I can. Whew, got it. Where'd the dirt go? You were wondering that. Where'd the dirt go? I know. Exactly. See, this is the adults think about it rather than what kids would think about. So that's so funny. Close that. Bring that up. There we go. And now we go. My mouse, unfortunately, I have a charging plug right here in case those kind of things happen. Anyway, you guys, so as I said, Thursday, I'll have a premiere for you rather than a live because, like I said, the Walker girls are going to be together painting slugs out in Studio G, which ought to be kind of fun. And if anything adventuresome happens, I'll film it and show you guys. But thanks so much for being here. I hope those two stories, I mean, you look at the two stories, the detail of one and the simplicity of another, both equally, honors, Caldecott honors, both wonderful stories, completely different. Something that appeals to everybody a little differently, and that can be from the simplest thing to such a complex iconography that Chooch helped had in it. I love it. So it's a wonderful thing about picture books and stories. Some are really simple, some are heartwarming, some are just for fun. Anyway, it's always just fun to be here with you guys and to read stories for you. So thanks so much for being here tonight for Story and Art. And until next time, there'll be a premiere on Thursday, and then I'll be back next Sunday with more Story and Art. But until next time, everybody, have a wonderful week. Create something as much as you can, and keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in your mirror. And I'll see you next time.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Ooh, feeling alright. We won't go home, we will just stay here downtown.
They filled the buckets with dirt.
There's not just stars on the boulevard. They're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards. We could be shameless, famous, running cool, with a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh, drop dead gorgeous, wow. Ooh, you got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous. You want to be famous with me. We could be famous. Come and be famous. So sweet. You blow my mind, looking like a model, better than the usual. Yeah, you don't even try, not average or typical. I put you on a pedestal. There's not just stars on the boulevard, they're in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards, I just need you by